up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review the season 6 premiere of The Shy. Okay, now y'all know I've been waiting for The Shy to come back on. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. These are my thoughts and expressions. Ain't nobody paying me to say anything. These are all my thoughts from my head. I'm also not a public speaker, so I will tend to stutter. You won't hear me say like 1,000 times. I might pause to regain my thoughts. I might talk a little fast like I'm doing right now. It's not intentional, sorry. Definitely going to be looking over here to my notes that I take throughout the show. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's an easy and free way to support my channel, and it literally takes less than 4 seconds. So if you're spending 4 seconds watching this video right now, you can definitely hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, because this is not the only show that I review. I review other shows too, and if you subscribe to my channel, you can see all the other shows that I review. You saw my hand do like that? Anyway, what else? What else? Oh yeah, got my handy dandy water bottle. Keep. It's gonna be one of those days my mouth's super dry. We're just gonna keep the top off this gel. It's not busting right now. Oh my gosh, I need some more of it to melt. I ain't take it out soon enough. Anyways, did I forget to say anything? Oh yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I'm gonna grade this premiere A-. It was good. It ain't leave nothing to be untold. Like, I already knew what was gonna happen. I watched the finale of season 5 the night before I watched the premiere, so I could refresh my brain and all that. So I already knew what was up and all that. I like how the tide transitioned into this season 6 premiere. So yeah, fucks with it. Is there anything else that I need to say before I start this review? I don't think so. Okay, last chance. If you haven't seen the season 6 premiere of The Shy, turn this video off right now, because I'm about to spoil the entire episode, okay? I'm going to get one last little swig. I got to put my hair all the way back because it ain't that much in here. My God, hurry up and melt. It's thirsty as hell. Okay. All right. So, I've been waiting for season 6 of The Shy to come back on. I forgot that it even came on Saturday. I thought it came on yesterday on Sunday. So, I didn't even realize. So, I had to watch it today earlier while I was at work. And then I was like, I'm going to come home and do it today before I do my Real Housewives review. So, I was like, okay, yeah. So, let's get into it. So, of course, they gave us the recap of what happened in season 5. Even though I already knew, because like I said, I watched the season 5 finale. So, we're just going to get straight into it. They basically show everybody what they've been up to. You know, Emmett and Keisha, they living together now. And Keisha's living with the baby that she had from the guy that kidnapped her or whatever. And then they got Emmett and Tiff's son there, EJ. But we already knew that from last season. I mean, if you keep up on the Shy, then you know this. So, you know, they got to start with a good old sex scene. And it's funny because season 1, episode 1, Keisha and Emmett was fucking, and the mother caught them, and Keisha had to sneak under the bed or something. So it's funny, and it's kind of like, it all brings it all back that we at season 6, and they in the first scene fucking again, but now they like an actual couple. And might even get married. Because remember last season, Keisha caught the bouquet at her mother's wedding? Well, who wedding was it? Somebody's wedding she caught the bouquet at. So we see this new dynamic with Emmett and Keisha. I just thought that was funny how season 1, we saw them fucking. She had to hide under the bed from Jada and all that. But now we see this, they living together, they fucking. But the kids, they got the kids now. So the kids start crying and stuff. And you know, Emmett being a man, he like, hold on, I'm almost done. Trying to get his off. He like, and you know, Keisha like, no, like, we supposed to just let them cry? Emmett talking something, it's good for them. So they get up and start to get their morning together, and they fighting over the bathroom. So we see these little tiffs, these little slight little arguments between Keisha and Emmett. So I was just like, I don't know how I'm feeling about that, because they was in such a good space when they first started talking. And I feel like it was kind of in a way trying to prove themselves that they should be back together. I'm like, hold on, I gotta stop talking for a second to get this damn J-Lit shit. Alright. So then they get into it because Keisha basically asked Emmett like to get breakfast started so she could head to her interview. And Emmy was like, why you can't do it? I thought you already had the job. Keisha was like, I gotta observe. I gotta observe the kids and all that first. They go back and forth for a little while. Eventually, Emmy, he gives in. He's like, all right, I'll do it. Keisha was like, next time, just say that. So we ain't, so what she say? Damn, what she say? She said, next time, just say that. So, oh yeah, so we can avoid all this back and forth bullshit. I was like, bruh. And you can see Emmett was annoyed by her saying that. He gave her a mean ass look. So I just think it's about a respect thing. Like Emmett probably feel like, I don't know. He probably don't like the way Keisha talks to him at the end of the day too. Then we get another scene. Trig, Jake's older brother. He worried about if he gonna win the election or not. Because he done came out in the last episode that he was lying about his relationship with the Tierra girl. And finally admits that he's in love with the trans woman Fatima. So she in bed with him. She's like, don't stress about the campaign. You got this. I got faith, this, that, and the third. Basically just telling him everything gonna be good. Like he gonna win this, that, and the third. I can't think of the word right now. It's right. It's such an easy word. Like giving them good spirit, keeping them in good spirits. I can't even think of the word right now. But y'all know what I mean. Anyway. Jada and Darnell, they still going strong. They better be. Shoot. They just got that's who wedding it was. Yeah, it was Jada and Darnell's wedding that Keisha caught the bouquet. So Darnell rubbing her feet, basically talking about, yeah, we got to keep the. Basically, they talk about keeping the excitement in the relationship, in their marriage. Jada was like, well, I got to keep the exciting for. I think she said, you mine now, or something like that. Darnell was like, nah, we don't want it to get boring. Then we get this down is not hitting real. Then we get this shit that I didn't expect. So, if y'all remember last season, the girl Sierra that was supposed to be fake dating Trig for his little campaign, the dark skinned chick, she also played on Dear White People. But she's playing Sierra on this show. Trust me, I didn't know the names of half of these people on the damn show. I had to go back to the cast thing and get all the names before I did this review, so I wouldn't have to put the girl that was so I won't have to say all that. I can just say their name. I'm gonna say their name, and then I'm gonna remind you who they are, and then after that, I'm just gonna only say their name. Cause I don't be feeling like saying all that. The girl that was fucking with Trig just for his campaign. I don't want to keep having to say all that. So her name is Tierra. Gemma's dad is named Marcus St. John. Y'all probably remember that. And Trig's best friend is named Rashad. And he played on ATL as Teddy, and he played I think Marcus on Smart Guy or whatever. And I thought it was funny that he plays a character on this show named Rashad, and he was on ATL as Teddy, and the main character on ATL name was Rashad. I just thought that was funny. But so remember last season, Rashad and Tierra, they fucked that night. What night was that? I cannot remember what night that was, but something happened. Like basically Trig wasn't feeling Tierra or something, and something happened with Tierra and Rashad, and then the girl that Rashad is dating, Deja, she got jealous or something and left that night. And then that night, I think Rashad and Tierra either kissed or they had sex. I don't remember what happened, but something happened between them. So then we get this whole 360. Is it 360, 180? I don't know. But we get this whole 360 this season. Gemma's dad, Gemma's the one that was pregnant by Jake. So her dad, Marcus St. John, also the one that got beat up by Duda. I think he was Duda's campaign manager. I don't remember what he was to Duda. But this nigga is fucking Sierra, the girl that was fake with Trig for the campaign. So they fucking, she like, oh yes, daddy, this, that, and the third. And Gemma wakes up in her bedroom hearing Tierra yelling, daddy, yes, daddy. So she irritated by that. I just thought that was a complete turnaround. I thought she was going to end up with Rashad. She might still do, because later on in the episode, Rashad's still scrolling through her pictures. And Gemma ain't feeling Sierra, so you never know. It might not last, because at the end of the day, I feel like Marcus is going to pick his daughter. So then we get to Rashad, Teddy from ATL, Marcus from Smart Guy, whatever. And his girlfriend, the one Deja, I can't remember how he met her. He met her. I mean, of course, they showed how they met, but I can't remember how. But you know, last episode, I said last episode, the season 5 finale, she asked him to move in with her. So now he living there. He's sparking up a J. She's like, can you not smoke weed in my house? So Teddy was like, oh, in your house? And she was like, I mean, it's our house, but I just don't like the smell of that stuff, this, that, and the third. So I'm just like, how is y'all house, but you ain't letting the man smoke in there? He can't even feel comfortable in the place where he's supposed to call home. Then they flash back to Marcus coming in the kitchen. Good morning, sweetie, to Gemma. Gemma's like, first of all, Gemma's watching out the little video camera of Marcus kissing Tierra off. Marcus come in the kitchen. Gemma's like, first of all, I am the only woman in this house that should be calling you daddy. And then walks off on his ass. Marcus was stuck. He didn't know what to say. He was stuck. Then they show a scene of a landlord basically showing Kevin around his new apartment, because you remember on the season 5 finale, he asked Nina and Dre to be emancipated so he could be on his own. He was winning all that money from gaming and all that, and he kept bringing that girl Lene with him. So he out on his own now. He looks super excited. He and that Joan like, yes. I'm like, he happy for now. You happy for now, my guy. Wait till the bills start coming in. You guys start paying for furniture and food and toiletries and all that. I was like, okay, he happy now. How old is Kevin on here? I think Kevin only like 16, 17 years old. So then, of course, you know, in the season 5 finale, Duda came to Emmett and told him he's going to be an investor in Smokies, make him a lot of money, make him a rich man, this, that, and the third. But, you know, don't nobody trust Duda, especially after the video had just dropped of him beating Marcus St. John half to death. So Duda pulls up on, but of course Emmett's scared. He a regular nigga, so he regular, degular, snegular, mega smegular nigga. So he don't accept, decline, nothing. He basically just feel like he has no choice. Or Duda just gonna find a way to take him out, basically. So Duda pulls up on Emmett, and he was like, "Where you going?" Emmett was like, "I'm running late for our grand opening." So Duda was like, "You can't be running late when you the boss." He was like, "We got all the time in the world." So this when Duda's, you know, his little right hand man, I think his name Nook. He's just like, get in the car, telling Emmett to get in the car. I'm like, damn, don't nobody see Emmett getting in the car. God damn, where is everybody? I mean, I know it's Chicago and it's cold out. You see the snow and all that, but damn, where is somebody to see this man get in the car? What if he don't come back? He got 2 kids out there. But don't Emmett got another baby mother? I feel like he got another baby mother. Or is it just Tiff? I feel like Emmett got more than just a son. I could have swore he had another child. I can't remember right now. But then Duda takes Emmett to buy him a suit, telling him, I got to invest in you too, not just your business. And they start toasting to, you know, the lavish life, the grand opening, if you will, whatever you want to call it. So that's when Nook was like, yeah, these pants look nice. And Duda was like, it looked like you need to get them, what's it called, pandan or something like, you know, when people sew him to fill them in or something. So Nook started looking in the mirror like, they don't look like they need to be filled in. Take his gun out, shoves it to Emmett. Hold this, nigga. I'm just like, even if Emmett was that type of nigga, like, come on. You couldn't just set it down? Why you gotta hand it to a nigga? I was just like, he just did too much. You could tell by the way Emmett looked when he handed it to him. Emmett ain't really want to hold it. But Emmett he just going along with the flow. He feel like it ain't nothing he can do to get out of it. So then Keisha arrives to her interview. Apparently she's late because she's apologizing for being late. And the boss lady saying like, I'm usually worried about parents being late, not the teachers. Don't let it happen again. Basically just bagging on her. But I mean, that is a bad look coming late to the interview. When you damn near kind of got the job. Because she basically got the job. So this is when we find out that Trig is down in the polls because of course, because of his questionable past, but because of him coming out about all his lies. I mean, about lying about his relationship with Tierra on the finale. His campaign manager telling him like, you need a viral moment to win the people back, a viral moment of kindness. So Trig was like, what do you mean? Like, how am I supposed to do that? And then his campaign manager was like, look, if I didn't think you could still win, I would have told you that. I wouldn't still be here saying we need this, we need that, let's make this viral moment. So his campaign manager still has faith in him. So I was just like, told you. Not told you. I was just like, yeah, you happy for now, Kevin. Not even a couple of scenes later, this nigga Kevin is at his old house. And Nina, Kevin's mom, and her wife, Dre, they catch Kevin trying to steal some groceries, toiletries. They was like, oh, why you don't buy your own stuff, Kevin? He was like, oh, I'm tapped out from after paying rent and buying furniture. So that's Ned was like, yeah. Then he was like, and I got a car note. So they was like, well, welcome to adulthood. So that's when Nina was like, you having second thoughts, thinking about coming back? Kevin was like, nah, I'll figure it out. So then Dre walk off, right? And then Nina, because Kevin had a little backpack, they snatched it over when they walked over and was like, oh, what you doing taking our stuff? So after that whole little convo, Kevin like, nah, I'm going to be all right. I ain't coming back. Dre walk off. Nina set the bag back down. Goodbye, Kevin. You know mama's going to always still look out regardless. Dre might be the tough one. Nina still going to look out for her baby, for her son. She ain't going to leave him out there like that. So it looks like Jake done turned his whole merch making thing into a business profit. Because remember, he was making shirts last season for Trig's campaign. So now it look like he making like Chicago merch or whatever. He's selling it. Gemma over there counting the money. And somebody was asking for some type of shirt, and Jake said they ain't have it. And then Gemma was like, oh no, you do got it down there. It's in a different color. And Jake was like, oh, okay. You in luck, sir. Give it to the dude. Gemma was like, you need a better system so you can know where stuff at, this, that, and the third. Jake was like, why I got you? And she was like, oh, this must be an internship because I ain't getting paid. Jake was like, I'm paying you in love. And Gemma was like, love don't pay the bills. She's like, that ain't gonna pay the bills. I think somebody was like, I know that's right. But I know I'm somebody like, I know that's right. Love is not gonna pay the bills. I thought that was funny because they was talking like they was grown out here. They be talking like they so grown. This nigga Kevin, they got emancipated. This nigga Papa be spitting game. Jake just out here being a man. They just be out here real life adulting. I told y'all I be stuttering work. Real life adulting. They be out here doing that. So then Marcus, he comes to Tierra. I don't know if they work together or not. Because, Tierra was working on Trig's campaign. And Trig did ask Marcus St. John to work on his team last season. But they never showed if he actually took the position. Because Trig was just like, I might make you an offer. But they never showed if Marcus actually... So I don't know if he came up to Tierra's job or they worked together and he just came to her office. But anyway, Marcus comes to Tierra and was like, basically, Gemma heard you this morning calling me daddy, this, that, and third. And Tierra was like, well, one day Gemma's just going to have to realize that her father is a man. He's not just her father. He's a man with needs. So Marcus was like, yeah, I understand that, but she don't need to hear all of that in the bedroom. Hear you calling me that in the bedroom. So then it was here. Well, I'll try to be quiet next time, but it's not like Gemma doesn't know what sex is. Didn't she have a pregnancy scare? And I was just like, bruh, that girl lost her whole baby. What are you talking about, pregnancy scare? I couldn't believe Marcus just let that go. It wasn't no pregnancy scare. Pregnancy scare is when you thought you was pregnant and then it turns out you wasn't. She was whole pregnant out here. And then the stuff that happened with Bakari made her lose the baby. That's why Bakari got kicked out of Trig and Jake's place. But anyway. So she was like, didn't Gemma have a pregnancy scare? And Marcus was like, well, I'm not ready for whatever this is. Basically, I'm assuming talking about a relationship. And Tierra was like, well, when's the last time you felt this way in the morning? Basically like happy. Marcus started smiling. I was like, well, she got his ass. That makes me wonder what's because Rashad and Deja are having tiffs, but it seemed like they smoothed it over towards the end of this episode. So then they get to Keisha. She's like she's supposed to be for an interview, observing in the classroom the kids. It's then the third. It's basically this child in there. He don't want to read out loud, and he gets sent to like the quiet corner, whatever you want to call it, for being like not listening to what the teacher says. So then Keisha pulls the teacher to the side and was like, maybe it's not that he doesn't want to read, maybe it's because he don't know how to read, and most young boys get embarrassed to read out loud because they don't know how to read and they don't want to be embarrassed, things like that. She says he probably not being defiant, he probably just embarrassed. So in a nutshell, the teacher tells her to like stay in her lane. Basically like, I got this. Like, I don't want to hear what you're saying. Basically, Keisha was like, well, I want to be somewhere where I can express myself. And the teacher was like, yeah, I understand that. And this obviously might not be the right fit for you. And I was just like, damn. But you know, Keisha, she ain't going to let that discourage her. I like Keisha, though. I ain't know how I was going to feel about her from the season 1. But she has very much matured. All of them have. Even the youngins. So, of course, you know, last season, Duda killed Q, who was also, Q was Tracy's baby father, Tracy and Q was, what's his name? Coogie's parents. It was Coogie's parents. And Q also is Rob's uncle. And Rob is dating Tiff, who is Emma's baby mother. It's a lot. Y'all know what's going on if y'all watch the show. Anyway. So remember last season, Duda killed Q. And Nook pulled up on Rob and was like, look, your uncle dead. Duda taking over the business. He gonna send you a car with deets and all that. So now Rob and Duda working together. But Rob still don't know who killed his uncle, even though it was Duda. But Rob still don't know. So Rob and Duda, they meet up discussing like how's business. Rob's like, you know, business is good. Everybody always want weed, this, and the third. Duda was like, well, you could be making more money. You see what we doing with your boy Emmett. We about to open up another franchise, this and the third. So Rob was like, yeah, don't compare me to other niggas, especially not that nigga. So I was just like, why you do all that? Cause y'all made a man, y'all said y'all was cool last season. Y'all sat outside the little teacher's lounge and was like, we good? Yeah. So why you hating Rob? Even though Duda ain't the type of nigga to be doing business with, but why you hating on the nigga's success? So don't compare me to that nigga. Why not, nigga? You with his baby mother taking care of his son. Why can't Duda make that comparison? Because it's Duda saying it? Anyway. So Rob's like, I just came to get the product, that's it. So Duda asked Rob, like, you want to make some more money? And Rob like, well, you know, when you come from money, you ain't got to chase it. So that's when they started talking about Q. Duda was like, Q thought the same thing. Rob was like, yeah, Q was getting a lot of stuff, a lot of gambling debts. That's probably what got him killed. And Duda was like, probably. And I was just like, this nigga Duda is just a wild nigga, man. I can't believe he's still thriving, man. I thought for sure he was going to die. I thought for sure, what's his name, mother was going to kill him on that rooftop. I couldn't believe it, man. So this is when Duda offers to give Rob 15% of all his earnings. Everything he make, 15% on top of that. And Rob, in not too many words, he basically agrees to it. Like, as long as you keep paying me, as long as the money keep coming in, I'm good. So then Emmett, he dropping Tiff and EJ off in his new car. Tiff like, you ain't buy me no car. And Emmett's like, it took me a minute to get this Jones. Like, why you hating this, that, and the third? I ain't even realize it's getting dark because it's about to storm. I hope the picture don't get too dark. But we gonna try and ride it out. Oh, I got weed on my tongue. Tiff talks to Emmett briefly about like starting her own weed business because like working under somebody else, she don't get as many hours as she would like. She don't get to sell as much. I don't remember what the actual shit was, but she basically talking about starting her own weed business. I could have swore she was talking about that last season. Not saying that it's lacking, but I could have swore she been talking about that. Or was it just that when her and Lala went into business? I can't remember what Lala's name was on this show. She ain't popped back up, and thank God, because she was fucking with Darnell, and Darnell's married now, and we here for Jada and Darnell, so we don't even need Lala to pop back up. But I can remember Lala and Tiff was doing some type of business. I can't remember what it was. So now it's the grand opening of Smokies. I guess the revamp. Cause what happened to that joint? Did it get shot up or something? I can't remember. Well, I think Emmett is like the new owner. I don't remember what the situation is, but grand opening. Emmett walks in, his new suit, Duda done got him. Duda already there. Check your bank account, Emmett. Emmett check his bank account. I ain't seen this much money in my bank account before. You know how Emmett is. Emmett be real expressive when he talk. Shout out to Jacob Lattimore. But he be real expressive when he talk. But yeah, I fucks with Emmett. It's just like he going down a slopey path right now. I don't know if that's the right word, but with Duda. And everybody know it. Everybody see it around him. So this is when Emmett tells Duda, oh yeah, now Tiff done seen my new car. She want a new car now. And Duda's like, well get it for her. You got to take care of the mother of your child. I'm just like, man, what is all this shit gonna cost Emmett in the end? This nigga's a slimy motherfucker, dude. So this when Keisha walks up, you know, she mugging Duda. She don't fuck with Duda. She knows this nigga type of nigga. So she walks up. Duda's like, you're such a beautiful couple. Keisha like, I know. I know. Duda just smiles and walks away. He don't want no smoke. He don't like being disrespected neither. He'll take it one time and then he'll be like, nah, I can't take it twice. But he walks away. Damn, where did I leave off at? Oh yeah, so then Emmett's like, you gotta chill. Tells Keisha like, you gotta chill on Duda. And Keisha's like, you know, I don't like that nigga. After what he did, he killed what was the dude name who got kicked off the show for the sexual allegation stuff? Supposed to have killed him. So Keisha saying all this, and Emmett's like, man, you got chill on Duda. He making money for me. We about to open up a New York location. And Keisha was like, you ain't even seen the location yet. And Emmett was like, he gonna drive us. I mean, he gonna fly us out there. Yeah, we gonna get flued out. We gonna get flued out there. Pardon my mother in the background. Loudest person in my life. Anyways, so this is when Keisha tells Emmett she got the job. Emmett like, oh yes, sexy teacher. Like I said, Emmett's super expressive when he talk. So Keisha's like, yeah, I don't fuck with Duda, but I'm gonna give him a chance for now. It's like nothing Keisha can do. Like she can't stop Emmett from doing what he gonna do. He gonna do what he gonna do. So then we get this little smoky scene with Bakari and Papa. And they talking about some little new waitress. They make some type of bet. I don't even know what it was. She comes over basically like, Papa, I did this, I did that. Cleaned the bathroom. Papa's like, you weren't supposed to do that. You a girl. She was like, my daddy told me always clean the bathroom. I clean the bathroom. I mean, I take the trash out. I said clean the bathroom. My daddy always told me to take trash out. I take the trash out in the house. So Papa's like, how old are you? Like this, right? How old are you? So she was like, I'm 19. She ain't look 19 though, but she could be. She looked like she was about 16 years old. Maybe it was just because she was in a childlike setting. Papa and them look young too, so maybe, I don't know, but. So that's when she was like, I'm 19. Bakari was like, exactly. And she was like, exactly what? Bakari was like, oh no, we was just settling a little bet. And I was like, oh wow, they didn't even do the two can play that game where they just didn't say it out loud. Kept it a secret. They just told him right off the jump. Oh, we made a bet. It's dark as hell. I'm pissed. But anyway, Bakari, you know, he gets that page because he's supposed to be Duda's ass, because Duda's supposed to be laying low. But even though Duda been in like every scene in this episode. So it's just like, really, nigga, you laying low? Gets that page from Duda probably, Nook probably, who knows. Papa was like, somebody calls. Did he say master calls? I don't remember. Bacardi leaves. So this is when the girl was like, what was the bet? So Papa's like, oh, you ain't gotta worry about that. It was nothing. So the girl was like, were you guys staring at me? She was like, because I was trying not to stare at you as well. Flirting with Papa. I was like, okay, Papa. But I was like, what was going on with him and Maisha? Because I thought him and Maisha, I mean, I know they broke up, but they were supposed to be like, still like, it was still like open there between them. But we find out later on in the episode that they just friends now. So she was like, I was kind of staring at you too, Papa. He was like, you can stare all you want. I was just like, oh my goodness, why? Why do we got to get this? So that's when the girl was like, I like your podcast. She's like, I especially like the episode you did with Jake. It was real. I don't never hear guys talk like that. Just then the third. I like how vulnerable it was. Papa was like, thanks, shorty. He didn't say shorty, but that's what's his name? You say on Wu-Tang. What was his name? RZA. Thanks, shorty. But I thought that scene was funny. Because I was like, first of all, the little girl don't look 19. Second of all, they just said it out the jump that it was a bet. It was just a funny little thing. So Kevin, he invites Lene, you know, his little adoptive sister, the one that Nina and Dre adopted. I can't remember who her brother was, but I think he got life or something. So they adopted her. He invites her over. She's like, nigga, why you ain't got no furniture? Kevin was like, I'm having a kickback. He was like, I'm having a kickback. This nigga don't give a fuck. This nigga Kevin funny, bruh. He was like, I'm having a kickback. She was like, with no furniture? Like, he was like, I'm figuring it out. Like, bruh, stealing groceries and toiletries from your parents. I mean, everybody do that, but like, come on. You about to have a kickback. He ain't even got nothing in there yet. This nigga Kevin's hilarious. This is teenagers for you. So they back at the grand opening. Darnell and Rashad, they chopping it up a little bit. They started talking about, I'm so proud of Emmett, this and the third. Darnell's like, yeah, I didn't think the nigga was gonna make it. So this is when Rashad admits to Darnell, you know, I'm looking for jobs out there. Let me know if you seen anything, because my lady out here paying for everything. Darnell was like, oh, you must not be winning none of the arguments in the house. He's like, you ain't winning shit in the house. He was like, what Darnell say? Darnell was a funny ass nigga. He was like, don't worry, just keep laying that pipe down. You'll have somewhere to stay at night. I said, man, this nigga Darnell is funny. He still gonna spit some game. He married now, so it's funny. Oh, man, how dark it is. I'm probably gonna have to turn the light on. It's very dark. Ain't it a night light right here? It is. Oh, that shit ain't do nothing. That shit ain't do nothing. I'm dead. Okay. That night light ain't do shit. Anyways, at this point, it's just a damn audio video, whatever. Yeah, so Darnell tells him, like, long as you keep laying that pipe at night, you'll have somewhere to stay. He was like, but these new vibrators wearing us out. They putting us out of business. So then Trig and Emmett come in. Emmett steps off to get them some drinks, and Trig stands up and gives some type of speech that his campaign manager basically like pressed him to do. Basically like thanking Emmett, like, thanks for giving us some place to call home, this, that, and the third. And then Papa spills a drink on Trig. And then Trig has to change his shirt, and somebody recording him while he's changing his shirt, like with his shirt off. Like they was trying to make it a thirst trap or something. Which they ended up doing. So then we get this ladies' night. And the feeling's right. But that ladies' night. But I hate that it's so dark. I'm gonna have to turn the light on. It sucks. It is what it is. Gotta go out of the frame. If you fuck with me, you'll stay. Anyways, okay. This is not bright neither, but I mean, this is whatever. Okay, so ladies scene. I love it when the ladies of the Shy get together. We missing two though. I think Keisha and Tiff wasn't in this scene, but they don't always be with the older ladies. These are the older ladies. Tracy, Jada, Nina, Dre. Somebody else there, is they? I don't think so, no. But it's usually them four. The Fab Four. So Tracy basically, she trying to figure out her next move after Duda. And I was just like, before we even got to the end where Duda pops up on Tracy, taps that and be gone in the morning, I already knew. I was like, Tracy, you was not done with Duda. Because every time he pop up on her, she always melt. She always melt. She don't know what to do. Now where's what's her name? I can't even remember. She got an old ass name on the show, but Candy. Candy played his wife. Ex-wife, I don't know. But where's she at? She always pop up out the blue. So Tracy's like, she's trying to figure out her next move after Duda. And Dre's like, Dre starts suggesting she date the ladies. And Jada was like, well, don't give up on love because marriage is the bomb. 22 years later, this, that, and the third. And Tracy was like, well, yeah, I hear all that, but I'm just going to try to be alone for a little while. And she was like, why does a relationship have to define a woman's happiness? Which is the truth? Why does it? She was like, what about friendships? Which is true. Or why can't you just be alone? Why can't you just be alone and be happy? People swear if you're alone, you ain't happy. That's the problem. They trying to figure it out. So yeah, she says, why can't friendships be the happiness? Friendships matter. So they agree with that. Ladies agree. Dre was like, well, they all telling her basically, you gonna find the right partner that's gonna come along and level you out. And Tracy was like, well, why does it have to be that though? They just go back and forth about that. So Kevin actually throws this damn little kickback. Kevin little kickback starts. Everybody there, but you know the little main characters gonna have their parts and everybody else just lingering. This nigga Jake hating, he like, how this nigga Kevin get his own place before me? Which is true, like, this nigga Jake been making money. What was he doing? Because first he was working for, who came before his brother? I can't even remember. I'm so burnt out. I can't even remember. But you would think that Jake would be the first one to get his own place, just because of the situations that they was in. Because Papa got a loving father, and what's his name? Kevin got parents, and Jake was the one that was always like had a situation going on. So you would think. So this nigga Jake like, how does this nigga Kevin get his own place before me? We all wondering that, Kevin. We all wondering that, Jake. So Bakari comes over there, tries to warn Poppy, don't be too thirsty. Because he was like, what you doing? And Pop was like, I'm about to text the new girl he was talking to. But Bakari don't know that Papa and the girl had another conversation. And she actually likes Papa. So Bakari like, don't be thirsty, nigga. So that's when, what's her name? Maisha was even like, don't listen to him. Don't listen to Bakari, Papa. So that's when I was like, okay, so what's going on with you and Papa? Maisha? Did you just pop up? Hey, you look good. So I was just like, what's going on with y'all two? So she was like, don't listen to him, Papa. So Lene was like, if it wasn't for Papa, me and you wouldn't even be together, Bakari. Cause he wrote that letter for you. So Bakari was like, I wrote all of it. Poppy was like, you wrote 2 letters of that shit. I mean, 2 letters. Yeah, 2 letters of that shit. So Kevin, we walk over there. Who is that on the phone? The girl, Poppy. Mama with Papa. So Bakari was like, some older girl at our job. I mean, his job. So Maisha chimes in like, oh, so you like older woman now? So Papa was like, you don't got time for me no more. So I was like, ooh. Everybody was like, ooh. Because I was like, what happened? So he was like, you don't got time for me no more. What she say after that? Oh yeah, she was like, I never said that, Stanley. Says his government. So Papa was like, you didn't have to. Like, basically actions speak louder than words. Everybody was like, Everybody. Gemma, Jake, right? What's his name? Lene. This is when Kevin was like, can we not bring up old shit? We were supposed to be in here vibing. This, that, the third. So here go Gemma. I'm so glad that I'm off the market. I don't got to deal with this mess. Oh my goodness. So then Kevin was like, you wasn't really off the market when you got with Jake, but so that's what Jake was like. I thought we weren't bringing up old shit. They so funny, man. Them kids is funny, man. They funny. I wonder how old they are in real life. Because they funny, man. They supposed to be like 16, 17 years old. It's hilarious. So this nigga Emmett buys Tiff the car, pulls up on her with the new car. Rob come out behind her. I thought Rob was going to be on some hating shit, but he wasn't. He was like, this don't new. Emmett was like, right, straight, fresh off the lot. He was like, business been so good. I was like, Rob, no, because dude told him. Like, business been so good. Rob was just like, bet. That's what's up, or something like that. Rob didn't care because he was hitting Tiff in that joke later on in the episode. He like, thanks. Now I ain't gotta get her one. So this is when Rashad's looking at pictures of Tierra. And Deja comes home. He immediately gets off the phone. I was like, you better stop. But that was why she was mad at your ass last time, because of Tierra. She found out you still fiending for the same girl that she was mad about last time. She gonna be mad. Fool her once. Deja seems like a no-nonsense woman. She comes in, yells at Rashad because he apparently forgot that he was spoken. I mean, I could see that. He a weed head, so I be forgetting stuff all the time. But she was like, I told you not to smoke in here. And he was like, oh my God, I forgot. She was like, you could at least open the window. But she was pissed because he was like, how was your day? And he apologized. He was like, how was your day? And she was like, somebody else mistook one of her white coworkers for the curator again. So I was like, dang, she got to come home smelling weed when she don't smoke and she don't like the smell of it. I can understand that. But it's like at the same time, that's supposed to be his house too. Me Costa, Sue Costa. Which blows me because in this same sense. Hold on. Yeah, so in this same sense, she asked him, have you seen the guys lately? Rashad was like, yeah, I was at the grand opening with the guys. And they just like, oh, it's good to see you. Like, it's good because I know you ain't been with them lately. You know you can always invite them over and stuff. She was like, I love being a host. I love hosting. So I was just like, so this is when Rashad was like, well, you know, we be getting into our smoking, our drinking. We be doing our foolishness. I wouldn't want to bring that in here in your house. And she was like, it's our house. So I was just like, but you just said you don't want him smoking in there, but then you telling him that he can invite his boys over and they can smoke and drink because it's your house. But you just said that you didn't want him smoking in your house. She throwing me off a little bit. I don't know. She throwing me off a little bit. So this is when Rashad tells Deja he's feeling inspired by seeing all the men in his life doing well. Emmett with the I'm just like, looks can be deceiving. Looks can be deceiving. Only one that's really doing good. Who you say? He said Emmett, Darnell, and somebody else. Who was the third person he said? Trig. Okay, Trig doing alright, because he ain't living in the lie no more. Darnell doing good. Only one that's living in the lie is Emmett. That nigga's working with a criminal, so, and it might all come crumbling down. So that's why I say looks may be deceiving. Like, he think that Emmett looking so good, doing so well, and it's making him look at his life, but you just got out of jail. You don't want to go back into you don't even know what Emmett we're dealing with right now. So just like, she tells him, like, so he says it's inspiring to see all them doing well, but it also makes him look at his life and all that. And she tells him in this moment, like, you can't compare your journey to somebody else. Exactly, because you don't know exactly what going on with Emmett right now. And that's some shit that you just got out of. And it's why you was locked up. So you just got out. You want to keep it straight and narrow. So this is when Deja was like, you want to go out to eat? He was like, you know, I ain't got no... Well, he ain't say that, you know, I ain't got no money because I ain't got no job, but He was like, "Oh, I made you something to eat. The least I can do is make you a home cooked meal if I ain't doing nothing else." I was like, "That's what's up. That's what's up. At least he doing that. If he in there cooking and cleaning, cook and cleaning, wash everything. If he in there doing that, then okay. Until they get a job. If she in there bringing the bread in, then that's okay. Because I hate that double standard that men can't be house husbands. So Deja was like, "Well, let's watch a movie." And Rashad was like, "Oh yeah, I've been trying to get into Minister Society again. Let's go." And she was like, "Well, I was thinking we watched The Devil Wears Prada." And Rashad was like, "All right, go warm your plate up." He was good. But that's what showed, like, I'm wondering, like, is what's his name? Is Rashad saying the same thing that I'm feeling? Like, she just told you no smoking in my house, but then telling you at the same notion to bring your boys over, they can smoke a drink in our house. It's like she back and forth with it. So I'm like, is Rashad feeling that same thing? So then we get to saying, I don't know if it's gonna have anything to do with anything, but I don't want to miss it. I don't want to not bring it up because something might happen with the next episode to come or something like that. But got this young nigga Zay. This Nook brings Duda to this young nigga Zay to break down this 70s whip. Tell him Duda he gonna give him the cash after he break it down. I don't know if that's gonna mean anything in the near future. I think they said something about it'd be less noticeable because Duda's supposed to be low key right now after that video dropped. I don't know. Who am I showing her? So this is when Trigg asking Fatima, like, "Why you not getting ready for the event?" And Fatima's like, "I'm not going." And Trigg was like, "Well, if you keep not coming to these events, people won't think I'm single." So Fatima was like, "Well, I'd rather that than to being attacked." So Trigg was like, she brings up the fact that she's attacked online all the time, constantly. And Trigg was like, "Well, what can I do to fix it?" And Fatima was like, it's nothing you can really do about it. And it's like, it's nothing he can really do about it. And trust me, I understand. I mean, not trust me. I mean, not trust, because I'm not trans, so I wouldn't understand fully what trans people go through. But I would like to understand that, I mean, how do I put this? I know that trans people go through a lot, so I feel for her. Yeah, I feel for her, because I know she's probably going through a lot. But at the same time, when you know it's nothing that your significant other could do anything about it, and then she said she been getting this stuff before he even came out and said they was the couple or whatever. So it's just like, if you know he can do nothing about it, and this is the man you chose, you gotta stand by him. You can't just let him look like he just did all that and now you're not showing up. And I feel like she realizes that in the end. So this is when Trigg's campaign manager because Trigg sees the little thirst trap video of him and Smokey's having to change shirts. So the campaign manager come up to Trigg like, "Oh my God, we neck and neck with the opponent now because of that thirst trap." And Trigg was like, "Is that a good thing or a bad thing?" Like, this campaign manager was like, "Well, shit, whatever keeps you up in the polls, my nigga." And it ain't that problematic. Come on, water milk. No, dry as hell. I'm gonna have to do Real Housewives tomorrow because it is storming and I ain't gonna have no light unless I do it like this. So this is when Marcus and Gemma, I mean not Marcus and Gemma, but yeah, Marcus and Tiara sit down with Gemma. And might I say, after even watching this and just seeing them sit down, Gemma and Tiara are a lot alike, even if they don't get along right now. I can see similarities in between them too. They like little go-getters. So they sit down with Gemma, and Tiara says to Gemma, "I would like to get to know you better." And Gemma's like, "I'm good." So Tiara was like, "Well, I'm not going anywhere, so you ought to get used to me being here." So Gemma was like, "Love interests come and go, but daughters are forever." This is true, because he would pick Gemma over her regardless. So this is when Tiara says, "You have to move on you have to move out at some point, Gemma." Gemma's like, "No, I don't." And Marcus was like, "Yes, you do." And Jim was like, Daddy. Spoiled brat. She's like, Daddy. And Marcus was like, I would like to believe you would like to move out one day and start your own life and this, that, and the third. So Jim was like, so you taking her side? So Marcus was like, I have a great deal of love and respect for the two of you. So Jim was like, you love her? So Marcus was like, I didn't say that. And Tierra was like, well, that's what I understood. Happy as hell. That's what I understood. So Gemma storms off. I'm going to my room. I thought that was fun though, because they do, like Tierra and Gemma, I feel like they got a lot of similarities. So then we get this scene, this cast, these characters just be backtracking each other. They just be going, they just be dating each other in the friend group. They just do a lot. So everybody gone from Kevin's little kickback. It's just Kevin and Maisha in there. So Kevin like, you and Papa really done? And Maisha was like, well, I'm always love Papa, but we just better as friends. So I was like, okay, so that settles that. No more Papa and Maisha. It was good while it lasted. So then Maisha asks about Simone, the little weird girl that Kevin was dating when he was doing that video game and stuff. And I was wondering what happened with her. So he said that she dumped him because she only date Virgos or something like that a couple of seasons at a time. I can't remember what the fuck the excuse was. It was weird. And Maisha was like, you gotta be careful with them, what she say, Pisces? I don't remember. But basically Kevin got dumped. Maisha ain't fucking with Papa no more. They start kissing. And I was just like, now they backtracking. Because remember, Kevin and Maisha had a little thing going on back in the day. But Kevin ain't want to like be seen with Maisha because of the way she looked or whatever. But Kevin seems to be past that now, or is it because Maisha done blew up? Now she like this little known rapper or whatever. Kevin got his own place now. He about to have a baby. He about to have more responsibilities. Maisha about to be pregnant. Let me not put that on Maisha. So now Keisha is mad at Emmett. She's like, next time you want to buy Tiff a car, talk to me first. So Emmett was like, Tiff asked for it, so I just got it for her. So Keisha was like, well, I want a new place then. Emmett was like, all right, bet. So Keisha was like, that's not the point, Emmett. Emmett was like, look, I'm tired. I don't got the time to get into it with you right now. This, that, and the third. Keisha was like, no, you can't just run away from the conversation because you tired. This is what couples do. They talk. And was like, well, I'm too tired to talk. Keisha was like, well, let's just go to fucking bed then. Let's go to fucking sleep. Some shit she said. So Emmett gets irritated. He gets up. Keisha's like, where you going? He was like, out. She was like, this motherfucker. Don't tell her you going out. Cause ain't nothing out at that time but legs. Don't they say that? And then, like we said, Rob don't give a fuck about Emmett buying him that car. Cause then they get this scene, Rob and Tiff doing A-OK, smashing her in the new whip. Backshots in the new whip. So Trig wins the election. Big surprise. Cause who was the damn opponents? We don't even remember. I don't remember who the opponents was. Is it for mayor? I can't remember. I think it's for mayor because he was replacing Duda. I can't remember though. Fatima shows up anyway, like I said, like it ain't nothing Troy can do about it, so you have to show up for your man if he gonna be your man. And he gonna stand beside you. So she shows up to congratulate him. She there by his side. Troy gives a little thank you to his he gives a little speech, thank y'all. Thanks his campaign manager for all his hard work, this and the third, you know, the works. So this nigga Emmett, poor Emmett. So, you know, he told Keisha he going out. I mean, I kind of knew he was going to probably pop up on Duda or something. I knew he wasn't going to go to no legs or nothing. But most niggas do, but I just feel like it was with Emmett, no. So he pops up as Duda's spot. I don't know where that's at. So Duda's sitting there with the nigga Zay that just told him he was going to break down the 70s whip for him. Teaching Emmett how to hit a cigar, and it's this nigga at the other table named Deb. I guess he chewing too loud for Duda. I mean, at first you couldn't even hear the chewing. They made it louder the second time, but the first time you couldn't even hear that shit. But I get it when certain, I get it, like when you hear something and you just keep hearing it, you can't let it go. I get it, cause I'm like that too. If I hear something, I can't, it gotta go away. So I get it in this moment, even though dude is just an asshole. This nigga a wild nigga. But nigga at the other table, he chewing too loud for Duda. Dude's like, hey Dad, keep it down. I'm trying to teach my man Emmett how to smoke a cigar. This nigga Dev says, I ain't chewing that loud, bro. Oh, so yeah, this is when Emmett told, what's his name? Dude is like, what's on your mind, brother? Emmett tells him about Keisha being mad about Tiff having a new car that he bought. And dude was like, well, just buy the place for Keisha. Emma was like, I ain't made the money. And dude was like, but I am. I was like, so why you trying to break down 70s whip for cash? I don't know the situation there. But ain't you supposed to be laying low? How you making all this? Well, I guess he got the people coming in and bringing them money. Whatever. He was like, I made them. Dude was like, I made the money. Emma was like, come on, man. You gonna buy us a house? So dude was like, no, I'm not gonna buy you a house, but I can give you the info to my realtor. I'm just like, Emma just getting deeper and deeper in with this nigga. So this is when Emmett was like, he wasn't ready, and Duda gets loud. Stop being a pussy. Stop being a pussy. Stop being a pussy, Emmett. That's what he says. That's what he says to Emmett. Stop being a pussy. That's what he says to him. He was like, I'm gonna keep you with enough money to satisfy all the women in your life. And Emmett was like, it's only one. And he was like, nah, you got four. He was like, the two that you have kids with, they forever or something like that. He didn't even say who the other two was. I'm assuming he's talking about his mother. And maybe, I don't know, grandmother. So then we finally do hear the chewing. I finally do hear the chewing after that. This nigga dude gets up, shoots Dev ass up. You know, Emmett, he jumps up. He ain't used to this shit. Dude just walks over. Can you hand me my coat, please? You want to take those cigars to go? Emma was like, nah. Dude rolls out. See you next time, brother. And you know, Emma, he just looks scared shitless. He don't know, like, he just in it. He don't know what to do. It ain't nothing he can do. Then we get this last scene. And like I said earlier in the episode, when Tracy said, I'm trying to figure out my next moves after Duda, like, I already knew she wasn't going to be done with Duda. Duda pops up at Tracy's house. I text you. She was like, I know, I ignored it. He was like, well, this is a wellness check. She was like, you don't wish me well. He was like, why would you say that? Don't say that. He was like, you don't mean that. Something like that. Where am I? Man, I'm almost done. I can't even find where I was at. Oh, yeah. So he was like, you don't mean that I don't wish you well. She was like, I'm taking some time to myself. Dude was like, that's okay. He was like, I miss you. You miss me. Start pulling her all close. He didn't even have to say nothing else. They start kissing. He start grabbing her up. And you know they smash. She wake up the next morning. He gone. He done left her a text saying, just like old times, hit me up if you need something. And then she started watching this random Eartha Kitt video about compromise and love and stuff like that. So and that's how I went off. And I was just like I said, I would grade the episode an A-. It was a good episode. It just brought us back to everything that happened on the last season. Like I said, predictions for episodes to come, I think Kev and Aisha, they might end up having a damn baby. I'm hoping that Keisha and Emmett don't get into it no more. I like them together. I don't know how I feel about Tiff and Rob. That's a weird relationship for me. I wonder what Rob gonna do when he find out Duda killed his uncle. Is he gonna really be about that life and kill Duda? Duda making them all that money. And I said, what if Duda? Because I already knew Duda. I already knew Rob and Emmett was gonna know they was both working for Duda. So what if Duda and Rob team up together to take out Duda? What if I said Duda and Rob? What if Rob and Emmett team up together to take out Duda? That'd be funny. Tracy, you ain't going nowhere. Duda pop up, he gonna pop up. Unless she starts seeing another dude, then she gonna have to make a decision. What else? Was there any other tips in this episode? Like I said, I think Gemma and Tiara are gonna come around to each other because they more alike than they know it. Is there anything else? I'm here for Papa and that girl. I'm here for Papa and love because Papa's a nice little young man. I want Papa to find love. I need love. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. I know the video took its turn with the picture and all that, but thanks for watching it all the way through if you did. Please comment below what you thought of the episode, what you thought about what I talked about, if I forgot anything, if I was off on anything, all that good stuff, all that bad stuff, comment below. Like the video, subscribe to my channel because I don't just review the show, I review other shows. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.